Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. I wanted to make a video on this. I want to talk about the 5 things, this way, 5 things that 2020 taught me. Since we're coming to the end, it might teach me one more thing before the year's over, but it's pretty well over. So I just wanted to express, a big thanks to the great friends that helped me get through 2020, the experiences that helped me get stronger, and want to congratulate everyone who made it through, because unfortunately, not all of us made it. So the ones that are still here, the people that are still with us, our family, we owe it to them to say thanks and to appreciate everybody that's here. So having said that, let's jump into 5 things that I learned in 2020 that maybe weren't on the front of my consciousness going into the year. So I think it's important to keep in mind, in perspective, the things that matter. So I put together a list of 5 things. These are the 5 things that were most notable. The first thing that 2020 showed me was that, we're more resilient than we think we are. We're able to handle a lot more setbacks and a lot more adversity than we think. Certainly than I thought. I used to think that one setback, would put me back a great deal. I may not recover from it. Man, if I screw this up, I always got to be on it. And it turns out that, we can handle a lot more than we think we can, as long as we keep trying. We don't give up. We actually make it through quite a bit. Lost 2 jobs. I reinvented myself in a way as far as what I did for work, working from home but selling a different product. I figured out how to maintain my standard of living and meet all my obligations. I realized that even in that environment that I was going through, I never went behind in rent, thankfully, and I stayed afloat, which is, there were times when I was surprised that I actually managed that. So anyway, more resilient. So didn't see it coming, but hey, I survived it, and a lot of people did. So a lot of people I know as well were tougher than they thought. Second thing, so point number 2 that really came to the front of my mind was the stuff that really matters, right? So a lot of the stuff that we put importance on doesn't really matter. I'll give some examples of that. So I used to be focused on, vacation. Well, vacation is good, right? But it's not essential to life. Where am I going to go? Where's my next trip going to be? I want my vacation to look super lit, so I'm planning that. I have to make it, it has to be awesome, right? I can't just go there and not do anything. I got to plan this out. Oh, bummer. I can't go and climb a mountain. I was going to go climb Victoria Peak again for the 2nd time. Big shout out to Victoria Peak and Kevin and Francisco and the tour guides out there. But we had a big trip planned. Couldn't do it. And it was a bummer. But when I was so focused on handling what I had to take care of, because of all the craziness that was going on, I realized that really took a back seat. And before that, that was on the front of my mind. That was the most important thing I had going on. So you realize what really matters. Paying your bills, taking care of your family, and staying healthy. And all that other stuff, it's good if you get around to it, but don't make that your central focus, guys. And that's what I learned. Now, point number 3 is keep your problems to yourself. Okay? 2020, everybody had problems. So everybody was talking about their problems, right? It wasn't uncommon to hear somebody else's problems. They were going to tell you their problems. You guys had a problem fest. Look, honestly, I got into a couple of those, and I realized that the problems I was hearing that other people had were the same. Your problems are very similar to my problems, and my problems are similar to your problems. And guess what? I can't solve yours, and you can't solve mine. It might make us feel a little bit better for a second because I told you what my problems were, but we both left the conversation with the same damn problems that we started with. I think this one is something everybody realized. You gotta be more prepared. I wasn't ready, even though I survived it, made it through, reinvented myself, did what I had to do. I wasn't ready. A lot of my friends weren't ready. Family members, the world wasn't ready. And I think that we always think that the year coming up is going to be the same as the year that just passed, or at least we're going to have the same freedoms, the same abilities to do what we did the year before, right? We just think, oh yeah, another year's coming up. I'm going to be able to continue my lifestyle. I'm going to do this. We're planning a year ahead of time, which isn't bad, but it's counting on things going smoothly. So save a little bit more money. Don't overextend yourself. Don't live too far above your means. Try to live at, or if you can, live below your means, because the people who are living below their means in an environment like this, actually, even though they took the boat got a little bit, uneven, they actually came out on top. I don't have a car payment. So, yeah, my car isn't brand new, it's whatever, but I don't have a car payment. So it's sitting out there in the garage, and no one's going to take it from me. So I think that was a huge benefit, because if I had to tack on a $400 car payment onto all the other stuff I had going, that would have become very difficult. So I was thankful for that. And, looking back, I kind of was thinking about that a little bit. So even a little bit of planning or a little bit of preparedness goes a long way. And in this case, it did. And last but not least, a year is a really long time. I don't know about you, but I wanted 2020 over. I wanted the experience to be over. I wanted we all want it to be over, right? The virus, the insanity, the political BS going on. We wanted it all to be over, but it never seemed to end. It was always another week of it, another news cycle, another story, another event, and it just kept piling on, and it never seemed to end. We're still in it. We got another couple days left, but a year is a long time. So if you want to change your life, if you want to do something in your life that's going to make your life better and more enjoyable, or take on a new challenge, get yourself out of a position you're in, and you tell yourself, I've got a year to fix my life, you've got a long time. A year is actually a great amount of time. 6 months is a long time, and years seem to fly by before, but in this situation, it seemed to go by very slow. It was a long, drawn-out process, and it felt like 2020 was 2 years long. But that's one of the things that I learned from this experience of going through 2020, and those are my 5 takeaways from 2020 that shaped me into a stronger person. So in 2021, I'm not going to go back to those old bad habits, right? We're going to learn from it, and we're going to make it a better year, and we're going to be stronger and not going to be in this position again. Probably going to have other pandemics and other chaos, but if you're prepared for it, you come out on top, okay? So then you're not playing catch up. You pick up where you left off. So I'm going into the year thankful, hopeful, positive, and even though I took a beating, because we all did, I'm in a better position than I was when I started, and I'm thankful for that. So thank you guys for watching. Those are my 5 takeaways from 2020. All right, let's go. Reach your goals.